So I figured trying Forza Horizon 3 after playing Forza Horizon 4 was probably a good decision to do, similar to what I did end up doing with Forza Horizon 5 compared to the fifth game. You know, playing a bit of the fifth game, then jumping in the fourth one and trying to see the differences a bit, like putting a few hours into each. And I was like, you know what, let me do the exact same thing with Forza Horizon 3. You know, play Forza Horizon 4 a bit, then jump back onto 3 and try to notice some differences and stuff like that, dude. And you know what I gotta admit though, is I really do feel like this franchise is so dang consistent, man. And that's coming from a brand new player. We all do know I never had an Xbox before, guys. I started on Forza on 5 on PlayStation. Make fun of me if you want, but now I am going back and playing each game from there. So I did play through 4. I'm now on 3, and I'm planning to go through 2 and 1 next. I do have all of them on disc. And I'm honestly pretty dang excited, man, because when I was playing through 4, there's definitely a lot of great things to love about the game. And to be real, Forza Horizon 3 for me, dude, it feels similar. Like, there's a lot of things to love in both games. And you know what, though? The thing about that is I have to admit, the snow season in Forza Horizon 4, dude, and the overall, like, season design in that game really had me on lock, dude. I absolutely loved it. The way the entire map changed with every single season, autumn, winter, summer, like, spring, every single area of the game had, like, a different feeling to it, and it just had, like, a nice atmosphere pretty much no matter where you were on the game, dude. I gotta admit, I probably like winter the most. I don't know why. That and also autumn, easily my favorite seasons in that game. And that really does make me excited for Forza Horizon 6 to see what they do with the seasons in that game. But I was like, okay, well, we all do know the seasons was in this game. It was like the big thing they introduced, right? Forza Horizon 3 wasn't going to have that. Which honestly, I was like, that's fine. I've heard so many great things about the map in Forza Horizon 3 that the season thing does not bother me, dude, because there's each area of this game that really does hit. Sure, you might not end up having, like, the winter part of it. At least I don't have the DLC, so, I can't really experience that. But I am so dang tempted to try to get it. That way I can go to, like, the snowy mountain and stuff like that, as it looks awesome, dude. But I admit, though, jumping on Forza Horizon 3, it kind of blows my mind how each game also feels different in a way, man. And let me explain, because there's a lot of people who say every single Forza Horizon is basically the same thing. And you know what? You could probably see similar designs in each game. Like, you could definitely see it in 4 and 5 and stuff like that. You could see, like, how similarities of each game design was obviously there and stuff. And you could see that a little bit with 3. But also, I feel like Forza Horizon 3 was a lot different. Right now, guys, if I had to pick Forza Horizon 3 or 4, if we talk about, let's talk about a few different topics with this stuff. First one is the overall design of the game. If I had to pick overall design, dude, I'm picking Forza Horizon 3, straight up. I love the way the progression in this game was. After jumping on 4 and playing that for a bit, and then jumping on 3, dude, I love the way this game was set up, dude. I love the way how you had to drive, like, cheaper cars. You had to do races. You had to get money. You had to get fans. You had to get XP. You had to level up to get other things to be able to progress into the game. It was just, I loved it, dude. I love that sense of progression. Obviously, Forza Horizon 4 probably didn't have that as much, and a lot of players have probably talked about that. Like, is there progression there? Sure, but the game can also give you faster cars earlier on and stuff, which I did not have that experience at all in Forza Horizon 3, guys. As I did mention in the other videos, my wheel spin luck was terrible. I was not getting cars from those really, so I had to buy the cars and make some money and then upgrade those cars and use those to level up and stuff. And I really did enjoy the overall design of this game, I think, more than Forza Horizon 4, which is something I noticed going back and forth and playing Forza Horizon 4 for like 2 or 3 hours and jumping back onto 3 and playing that for a few hours. Each game obviously has a big fun factor. Each game is great, whether it's off-roading, you know, just driving fast cars, driving different class vehicles in different levels like A or S and stuff like that. On top of it, you will also have like the PR stunts and stuff like that that will pop up on the map. The difference in this game is though you pretty much have to progress and then you end up getting a lot more of them, which I noticed some of that going on in Forza Horizon 4. Like, it wasn't just no progression. Like, you still got farther into the game and got more stuff unlocked and stuff like that. So I did end up noticing that when I did play both of the games. But if we were talking about, like, pure gameplay and stuff like that, guys, honestly, I feel like it's kind of hard for me to pick one game, dude. I'm gonna be real. Playing both games, dude, I love Forza Horizon 4, and I also love 3 so far. I would probably admit that I'm probably playing 3 a bit more than I did on 4. Like, I'm already at like 65 hours on 3 already. I think I have like 55 on 4. And I could see myself probably hitting 100 hours on 3 pretty quick as, I don't know, dude, I'm just kind of getting sucked into the way the events are. I love the way the cars are in this game. I'm having a wonderful time, whether it's like using like supercars or modern supercars, GT saloons, big like sedans and stuff like that, and just racing different cars and doing the championships and the races. And what's hilarious, dude, is I have not even been online yet on Forza Horizon 3, dude. I'm still stuck on the game is what I mean if you're wondering, and kind of just playing it a lot and just enjoying like the single player aspect. I haven't spent really any time in the auction house, as I probably spent well over 100 hours on the PS5 on Forza Horizon 5 there in the auction house. So I'm not doing that on this game. Obviously it is older, so you probably won't have that many people selling stuff, so it's probably a little bit different. But for me, though, jumping into different cars, like, for example, the Ford Raptor or something like the Ferrari 488 or something like that, just doing races and getting used to the cars, the way they handle, exploring different parts of the map and seeing, like, the city or going over to, like, the Byron Bay area, doing different races and, like, cult classics and just kind of exploring and finding, like, the XP boards and stuff like that. I would probably say that Forza Horizon 6 will have the XP boards. As every single Forza I have played so far has those. 5 and 4, also like the fast traveling boards and all that stuff. I would probably say the new game will also have them, but this time we'll be able to find the boards in Japan, so that will be pretty dang dope there. Now, the one thing I did also want to mention, people are probably like, well, Blocked, how did you find the handling of both games? To be real, dude, Forza has not missed at all for me with handling, bro. I talked about this a little bit in the other videos. I love the way the cars handle on Forza Horizon 5. It's easily my favorite racing game out right now when it comes to overall handling and stuff like that. And jumping back on Forza Horizon 4, or at least, first time playing it, I love the handling on that game as well. And I was like, okay, let me play Forza Horizon 4 for a little bit, see how the cars handle, see how the game is, and then let me jump back onto 3. And to be real, they're very similar, dude. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think, if you have a great formula like that, stick to it. You maybe tweak some things here and there, but make sure you really keep people in tune because they obviously love how that game is. They're not going to want to have a big change or something in the next one, which I would say FH6 will probably do the same thing as what we're seeing in something like, 5, 4, and 3 and stuff like that with the overall handling. I have not really played 2 yet or 1, but I'd probably say just from the intro, they are most likely similar in that aspect. And the funny part is the handling in this game, dude. At first, I was like, all right, this is a little funky, but I played it for literally like 20 minutes, and I was just locked in, and I was already realizing how to play and stuff like that, how to race, and I just love the way the cars feel. I love the atmosphere of the map in Forza Horizon 3 and driving different cars and trying to find barns and all that stuff. Which I kind of hope the next Forza, guys, has more barn finds. I'm going to admit that. I'd love to see like 20 plus in there around Japan. That would be amazing. And I feel like a lot of people would probably love that. I don't know what cars they'll put in there. Maybe the same cars, maybe different ones. Who knows? But when I was going around finding the barns in Forza Horizon 3, I kind of found myself exploring a lot more than I thought I would, if I'm being real. Like, I was kind of just cruising around for hours and going, oh yeah, I kind of need to do some races. I explored this area, found those events. Let me go customize my vehicle and stuff like that, get it set up for the races. Let me level it up. Let me engine swap it. Let me go jump into some of these events and stuff like that. And then I could, do other things after I get farther into the game. But I was kind of getting stuck in just whether it's just me cruising around and finding stuff. Which, funny part is, I did do that on Forza Horizon 4, don't get me wrong. Funny part is, when I played 4 and then jumped back onto 3, I did end up being in, like, the summer season, which was really nice. I did end up then seeing spring, obviously, because it was a Thursday, so things kind of reset there. And I was like, nah, bro, I love this. I also love the winter. I love being in different atmospheres in the game, and it's just going to give you a different feeling, which is crazy, as Forza Horizon 4, with how the map is set up with the seasons, and playing 3, bro, they are honestly very different games in that aspect. Like, yes, sure, people could say the handling or the cars are the same. You have similar vehicles, even though each game has cars that are not in vice versa. You could drive some of those cars, but even though you're driving the same vehicles, they still feel drastically different in every game that I have played so far, especially back to back, bro. Like, going 4 to 3, I'm like, no, 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 this is different. The map is going to play a role in there as well. Whether that will be on the side of, okay, well, we don't obviously have snow in here. We'll have a city and stuff like that, which that game doesn't have. It has Edinburgh, but it doesn't have big high-rise. It's not really a city, so it's obviously different. The city in Forza Horizon 3, though, dude, I love the vibe that driving different cars through there and then being like, okay, let me go to the dunes. It just hit, man. Like I said, I found myself kind of playing this game longer than Forza Horizon 4. Not that that's a bad thing, as again. Oh, and speaking of the other thing I did want to mention on top of that, guys, I'm going to say something right now, which I'm sure people may agree with, they may not. But either way, I feel like most will. I love the rain in Forza Horizon 3, dude. When I was jumping on 3 after playing 4, bro, one of the first things I noticed is how the rain looks in this game. I love it. I love how the entire road gets damp and stuff, and you can see, like, the water on the car. First-person view, aka cockpit, also looks really good when you are racing in the rain. I don't know, maybe I'm losing my mind, but going through the rainforest with rain coming down like that and seeing, like, the big, tall trees, bro, it's a vibe, dude. Like I said, I was just sucked into it, man. I do love Forza Horizon 4 and 3, and honestly, if I do end up doing like a review of some sort of every game together, which I might do in the future, maybe I'll do like a Forza Horizon 3 versus 4 review, like which game I like more. Maybe I'll do stuff like that, which I kind of think that sounds pretty dope comparing the games, especially now here in 2026, where a lot of players might be going back and playing a lot of these older games. And you know what's funny? I can't blame you, as I'm doing basically the exact same thing. Now, the thing is, guys, I would say a lot of players might end up wanting to do the same thing, and you know what? I would recommend jumping on, like, 4 if you can, then also going to 3. Play each game for a few hours, and see some of the key differences and things you might have noticed. That's what I was trying to do. And the big thing is, I would say players might be looking for the main topics of whether that is, how does this game handle compared to the other? How does this game run compared to the other? And to be real, bro, both games run incredibly great. They look amazing. I love both games. I really could not probably pick one over the other. They obviously both look amazing, and I feel like Forza's always so dang optimized that they run so dang smooth. And on top of that, you really just have like a similar handling model, but also cars feel slight differences in some ways depending on what you use. So it's not like 100%, and I think that's a nice little change there. Do let me know what y'all think about Forza Horizon 4. If you were to play that and then jump on 3, which game do you guys prefer more and why? Or do you maybe like both? Or maybe you're probably like me and you just want to play both back and forth and just enjoy for what they are. I mean, honestly, it's kind of what I'm doing. Don't get me wrong, one game might have the edge over the others. If we're talking about progression feel and stuff like that, which I could touch on in the actual review video I will do, then yeah, Forza Horizon 3 will probably win there. But season-wise, bro, 4 wins. I love the map with the seasons in 4, and it makes me so dang excited for Forza Horizon 6. Do let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Which game do you guys like more? Would that be Forza Horizon 4 or 3? If you were to try them both back to back, which game do you guys think you would prefer more?